Okay, I'm gonna go AFK and run to the bathroom, and Osvaldo's gonna have to drag me to the studio when he gets here. If he gets here, I don't know. Smiley face, thanks for watching my stream. I'll be right back.
Come on! James!
I told you he's gonna have to drag me.
Come on, James! Wake up!
Shit up, man.
Hello! God fucking damn it.
Let's see how he handles this.
Ah, we're fine. We're fine. Honk honk, we're fine. What? Are you texting me right now? I brought him. We're here.
Hello. I literally just stopped these fucking car alarms.
Asher's the
Yeah,
one.
there's a guy that's trying to get the fuck off the phone. Where is? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Oh, you're
You have a
about to-
radio.
Are you serious,
No.
Ronnie? Are you serious?
Ah, shit. Checking
Stop.
the cubby.
Don't say that.
What the hell am I supposed to do with your ID?
I love how scrambled he gets before the show.
Hi, James. How are you?
Oh,
Are
hey,
you washed?
hello, Clown. How
Are
is
you
it?
washed? Are you washed, James?
I am clean. Yes, I'm clean.
Good morning.
You're clean?
Yes, I'm clean. I bathe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good.
Osvaldo, who
Mama
needed a
doesn't-
radio?
The James P. Randall.
The P stands for Allison.
Oh.
My middle name is Allison.
All right, James, there's a radio in there for you in that yellow tray.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So he's jar.
Does anybody
James?
else need a radio?
I think I got
James.
one.
Fully charged ones.
James?
Hello.
Can you do me a favor if I give you a present?
Yeah, of course.
If Sam Bass is mean to me, can you take care of him?
So
Absolutely.
James
I'll
is a
bathe him
host.
There you go.
and clean
here,
him.
let me give you.
And oh, thank you, young man.
You're
It's
welcome.
always
You
good
got
to have the means to defend myself.
Yes, exactly. Here, you should take this too. You might need
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. You're a good man, Mr. Boy. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Boy. Thank you.
He's crazy. He's been on off his chain and he's trying to kill people that wear their pants too high. And so I want you to make sure you're safe.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
And he doesn't like people that wear glasses.
Oh, that's
And
not
we both wear glasses.
good,
James.
man. That's not good. Thank
Just
you,
keep it in
Mr.
mind,
Boy.
James. Keep it in mind. Yep, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Just
Thank you,
defend
Mr.
yourself,
Boy.
okay?
Thank you, Mr. Boy.
I mean, I feel like
calling you
we,
Mr.
okay.
Boy.
Guys, here's the situation. Okay.
Rounding up the troops.
Mr. Boy
Give me
is
the
what Seer
rundown.
calls my dad.
So, Sam Bass just got elected as commissioner. Do whatever.
Yeah, you can literally. He said you can ask him whatever. You can ask like
shit.
how it's gonna impact you, like anything you want to ask. There might be other members of
Does he
High
have to
Command too.
answer the questions?
I think so. Well, I mean,
Probably do the
he- yeah.
If he does, I'm gonna get mad.
Okay.
Answer the question, we could grill him for it and gather
I'll grill him.
Physically drill him. Yeah, it would be a
I'll
shame
grill
if
him.
something happened to him.
Speaking of.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, I
Definitely will not
love
beat his
that
head in.
Sam
No
We're
Bass.
so
doubt.
excited to have Bass
So
here today.
cool
Yeah,
and
yeah.
awesome. Bet he's gonna give a
let's sit
great
down.
speech
Hi
and stuff.
there,
That's-
guys.
He is so ugly.
Oh no.
I know, right?
Fucking hurt something.
Anywhere you want. That's not that seat right over there.
Who sits there?
Sophie, she has to sit.
What the fuck,
Oh,
Dave?
okay, I'll sit beside Sophie.
Sir, is everything alright?
Do it now.
Oh god, please no. Oh shit. Oh fucking hell.
But all of a sudden, you don't know how to explain things that aren't real and real, Osvaldo? You've been having no trouble all day.
This is radio shit.
Whoa, 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 James, 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 that's not, James,
Where's
please.
Guys, it's okay. It's fine, guys. It's just a prop. Hey,
Oh, there's James.
Oh, don't look up there.
guys, it's just a prop.
You put your mailbox up there?
Yes, I did.
It's a real gun.
Just today.
Why so? What
It's for self-defense. It's so if I have to defend myself from somebody.
the fuck do you mean you brought a real fucking gun to a radio show?
Well, you
Why are
don't
you a
bring. You
psychopath?
don't bring a. What do you
Guys, I
bring? You
think we
bring a
should
fake
stay out
gun?
of the chair
You
when
crazy
we're
man.
Oh, you don't bring a gun.
Bringing
You
fake
crazy
guns is a
man.
recipe for getting killed, man.
Pretty much.
You gotta say hi to an old friend.
Once Sophie says, okay, I'm fucking spazzing out.
James, what's going on?
Once Sophie says to go, we'll be on radio 101.1,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and that's when we'll be able
Radio
to talk and
showtime.
shit.
Okay.
I usually just introduce the people first, and get a little like, hey, blah blah blah. I'll introduce everybody, and then you guys will be able to say a little bit. We'll let Sam Bass
A little
do his
bit. Oh.
spiel. And then we could all like ask him questions, say whatever the hell we want to say to him, etc., etc. Okay.
Question.
What's up?
When I'm asking him questions, can I be a silly, goofy little guy?
So he says he's okay with chaos.
See
So
you too.
Oh,
I'm glad you're
all
not
hands
dead.
on
Have you
deck.
gotten
We can
fired
do
yet?
whatever the hell we want.
No, I'm not dead.
We are gonna need space for the officers to
what are the
sit.
hosts?
I'll go sit. I don't care.
No, I'll get out. I'll move.
I can. Do you
Okay.
need
No, no,
another one? Do you want me to get out of Wayne?
Place. Let's be honest, it's gonna be a waste in the
Yeah,
show
you
anyways.
can
the
those
hell?
chairs over
What?
there. You can sit
Oh, you just
on,
wait, Bass. You just check it
Oh,
wait.
or you
okay.
can stand behind everybody too.
Why don't you sit? why don't you sit
Hello,
behind- There you go. Hello.
Samuel.
Mhm. Let me lean into this mic. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. All right, it's good.
Everyone. The
Hello.
oh, yep,
working.
it's,
Oh,
yeah, it's
gosh.
working. Fine.
Stop
The
doing that.
mic's
Bum bum.
on.
Please.
Jesus.
Okay. Okay. Everybody should be able to tune to 101.1.
Oh God.
It's working.
Is anybody sitting down over here?
Yeah, Sudi is.
This is gonna be a mess. 1, 2, 3,
Alright,
4,
so,
5,
Bass,
6,
I know you said
7,
you wanted to say it for
8.
me.
Yeah, I
So
think so.
I'm just gonna.
Eight
I'm
guests?
gonna introduce
No, you-
everybody first.
Y'all
and
do
then-
your thing. Let me know whatever my turn is. I don't want to overstep or take y'all show. You have a
Yeah, yeah.
special segment for today's radio. I don't want to overshadow that. So you do you. We're here to just try to build that relationship up with everybody else. That's all.
Yeah, no,
You
I'm just gonna
freaking-
explain how it's gonna go.
You
I'm gonna
freaking-
introduce everybody, and then I'm gonna give you the floor. Like you'll be able to say
That's freaking
whatever
Sam
thing you want to
Bass.
say, and then we'll
Hello, Mr.
like
Randal.
open
Oh,
it up.
shit.
We'll ask questions.
he's on the
we'll
show
open up the
today.
lines
Oh
so
my
people can
freak-
call you,
oh
stuff
my
like that.
Perfect, perfect. We believe in transparency and honesty, so we're here to answer any
shit.
questions the public may have.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
perfect, perfect.
Hey,
How
James,
do you
guess what?
feel about the simulations?
It's Bonbon the Clown, isn't it?
We're living a simulation.
Holy shit!
You and I are part of one.
Crazy.
I told you, Bon Bon. I told
You did.
I told you.
Hey, I've
we're
been
in
on
the
your
fucking
side, man.
simulation.
I've been on your side. You convinced me.
Save it for the show. Save it for the show.
We should
Whoa!
actually touch on
It all
it. We
makes
should.
I
sense
bought
now.
some smelling
James,
salts
we're in a
for
simulation.
days where I'm really
Ready?
sleepy on stream.
Oh my gosh! Of course I have
means
to be doing
murders
this
don't
one.
count.
Apparently, a doctor died. Okay. Well. you
Oh
know,
my god!
I don't know. Look at
Which one?
water.
Oh my god!
Something happened. People are being
Harley
sad.
Matthews?
Whoa!
Well, that's who tweeted it originally.
Oh, I see.
Maybe just 5 doctors died in
Whoa!
general in all of
Okay. They're just sad.
2023.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually. That's actually good numbers.
That's not too bad.
So I had this other one that I was using for working out, and it wasn't very good.
Once a month.
And that's the only one I've ever tried before. And I just thought that's what it was like. I was like, oh, this is what everyone's talking about. That's no big deal.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
All right, well, you know.
Oh, no, you're all.
Oh.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta.
Good lord.
Here we go.
What?
You know, on Twitter.
Did you just L plus
that
ratio
Holy
someone's
shit.
death?
The 5 on
Maybe,
Twitter.
you know.
Okay.
I didn't know him. Okay, retweet.
I thought I was gonna throw up.
I agree.
Whew. Ah. Wow. Whew.
Oh, that was just my mom.
Wow.
There goes our cop car.
All right, I am
the
gonna
clowns
lock
that
the
did it.
door.
That was insane.
I'm right here.
Oh, yuck, you best.
It's ammonia sport.
Okay.
Good
and,
fucking lord. I am
here
definitely putting
we
that in the gym.
go.
Wow. Remember during the Rust era when Will was just slamming smelling salts on stream to do those long streams?
Hello, Los Santos, and welcome back to 101.1 Siren Radio. As always, I am your host, Sophie Sanders. I hope you had a great weekend out there. I know myself, I took a little trip to the shore, to the beach, you know, hung out, got some sun, had a nice, relaxing weekend.
Yeah,
but, you know, we're
don't
back
do it
on
often.
the grind, we're back to it, and that means it's a Tuesday night. And it is time for some Cubano Loco. Tonight we've got one heck of a special report, I guess you could say, a special episode. Hopefully you're ready to ask some questions, to get your, get your questions answered, and maybe hear from some people that you don't always get to hear from. And that's right. Tonight, if you saw it on Twitter, we have some special guests from the police department, but we will let them introduce themselves. Oswaldo, you ready to take it away?
Sí, aló, compañeros y compañeras. Welcome to another audition de Cubano Loco. And I have here some good guests today. I am no crazy people trending today. I feel like today is going to be fantastic. I have new special co-host today. We have Mr. Chatterboo. Mr. Chatterboo, how you doing today?
I'm okay. I was better until Bass walked in here because he smells like rotten eggs.
Okay, well, okay. We also have our fan favorite, Mr. Boom Boom. How you doing today, Boom Boom?
Is that me, Boom Boom Boom? Okay, my name's Bon Bon. Hello, no, my fan favorite. It's good to see y'all again. Good to be back, even if it's sitting
That was
here
crazy.
next to this man in the big hat, Boom Poet, and I didn't even know it, Bon Bon.
I'm Boom Boom.
Okay. And we also have the old menace to society, Mr. James Randal. How's it going, Mr. James?
I went to the. How did Maddox kill the girl
Oh.
in cold blood in a parking lot?
And we also have Charlotte. I sell cocaine out of my store, Fairfield. How's it going?
Well, it's good, but it should probably be Charlotte. I don't sell cocaine out of my store, Fairfield, but that was, that was close.
I did
Well,
hear you
that
sell
doesn't make
cocaine
sense.
out of there.
That's Baldy.
Okay, a lot of people have heard that. That doesn't make it true.
That's Baldy. You should do a partnership with her with your lean that you have in your van at the apartment. All the cups of lean.
You understand you got police officers on this radio show, right?
Hey, I'm here.
I think it's all a joke. You know, it's not all for real. Well,
I have a video.
This is a good way to segue into our new police commissioner, Mr. Sam Bass.
That's crazy.
He wanted to give some transparency and some insight on how this city is going to be working with the restructure of the police department. Take it away, Mr. Bass.
Hello, everybody. I'm the newly appointed police commissioner of the whole entire police department. My job is to run the PD and to make it a better place. I came on the Siren Radio to not only give you the ability and the platform to ask questions regarding the PD, but also talk about the new recent changes that are happening. The whole police department is going to be completely different going forward, okay? With me being at the helm, with me being the leader of the PD, I can promise you there's going to be a lot of good changes that not only affect your daily life, but also elevate police officers so you can feel very safe in our wonderful city called Los Santos.
Woohoo! Yeah, police department.
Okay, Mr. Are you open for questions at the time?
It's up to you. I don't know if you want to introduce also my Sergeant Lance Moulton of the state, but...
See. Good save, because I didn't know his name. Mr. Moulton, how's it going?
Going good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Do you have any few words you would like to say to the city?
Yeah, sure. This is a Trooper Sergeant Lance Moulton, also with the state police. I work directly underneath.
Do we have? I guess we have
a caller already.
Okay.
Yo, what up, guys? Mo and Bass, what's going on? Hey, real quick. Hey, shout out to Reddy. I appreciate you guys poaching his department, doing what you gotta do for the troopers. Hey, and shout out the lady I kidnapped. Shout out all those dead cops. Love you guys. Bass, doing great work, Commish.
Do you have a question for the officers?
No, I just wanted to give my props to Commissioner Sam Bass. That's my fucking commissioner right there. That's my boy.
That's so
That's my man.
Oh, wow, you have fans.
That's my boy. That's
Very
my
cool.
boy.
Very cool.
Thank you, civilian Ramir. By the way, you're wanted for 5 counts of destruction of government property, 2 counts of reckless
That's my
endangerment,
commissioner.
and 1 count of vandalism. Okay, turn yourself in at the nearest police station, all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my commissioner right there. Hey, I'm getting off the phone lines here, guys. Hope you guys got a good one, all right? Bass, love you. We love you, baby.
Very
the criminals love you, Bass.
Oh.
Oh, you're doing a great job, Bass. You're doing a great job.
Wow, it seems like criminals love you, Bass.
They love me now, but they're gonna hate me in the near future with the changes coming through.
Oh, okay. Well, we got more callers. So, caller, you're live on line 1, Siren Radio. Go ahead.
Commissioner.
Oh, God.
Do not interact with this
You
man.
know this to not talk to. Hello, what's up, little kid?
Shut up, let me cook.
Oh.
Let me cook.
Oh, that's
Cooking. Commissioner,
What the hell do you
I
mean
want
you're
to
cooking?
say I respect police. My name's Jacob. I turn 7 years old next week, and I'm wondering, are you going to make it legal to murder radio hosts? Because if you don't, you will never catch me.
Hosts plural?
Excuse me, you little shit? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No. I'm not
To answer your question, murder is not legal, and we will find you, we will catch you, and we will throw you in jail, and you'll pay the full time in the penitentiary, you scumbag, all right? You hear me?
catch me.
Just because you're hiding behind a bush changer or a radio.
I'm 7
No,
years
this is
old.
an actual child.
Make you a
man.
big
I'm 7 years
Yeah,
old.
this actually is a child.
You'll
He's
never catch me.
actually a
You
7-year-old.
will wake up,
Yeah,
and
this
I
is
will
not
be
a...
standing on your chest, putting a desert eagle to your jaw, and then when you wake up, I will say, bang, and then I will pull the trigger. I will splatter you all
no
over
age,
your
okay? There's
walls.
plenty of babies out there that killed that should be prosecuted.
I'ma do it.
There's
I'ma
plenty
kill
of babies
you
that kill?
and
You're not
my
gonna do a
father.
single thing,
have
you
any sort
stupid
of
son of a
I'm
bitch,
going
old
to,
ass
like,
kid.
tracking
When I
something
find
to
you,
track this
I'm
caller at
gonna
some
poke
point.
your eyes out. You hear me?
No. I'm Jacob. I'm 6 years old. And I will
thought you were 7.
I will cut your, I'm gonna be 7. I'm gonna be 7. I'm almost 7. I will cut your throat and dance it around, and I will hit the gritty in your blood.
Oh, thanks for I guess
all
it's
right,
good.
there we go,
we're good.
there we
Oh,
go.
God, thank God.
I will
That's why you go to
hit
school.
the gritty.
That's what, it's back.
Jacob, we gotta go. We have another caller. You're live on line 2, Siren Radio. Go ahead.
Hey, my name is Bringle-Dingus. I was
My
wondering,
fucking
Bass,
music
how
app
do you
alt tabbed me
justify
twice.
how you have split our family apart and what you did to my mother?
What?
Next question about police work. Thank you.
Wait, well, hold on. Bass, what's
Were
that
you on
about?
January 6th?
When?
Okay, hang
Oh,
up the phone.
I
Hang up the phone on this guy.
I always wondered if you were a part of that.
I was not there on January 6th. In fact, I was helping making sure that there was no riots happening in the city.
Oh.
Wait, so you were
Oh, I meant I
Oh,
saw.
so where were you? Wait, me?
were you helping or were you not there? I'm confused.
I was there helping,
so
making
you
sure
were
there's
there.
no riots or getting out of hand, okay? I was helping
Story's
other
changing.
aspects of policing.
So Bass, what's this about the family breaking apart?
Well, I didn't expect to come on here and talk about my family. That was not my intention. I didn't think I had to share my personal life. I came to answer police questions and police work.
Don't you think,
however,
that,
I should give you a little bit of insight as far as what's been going on in my life. I got no problem with transparency because I believe in that. Once upon a time, I dated a girl that was very crazy. Her name was Shelly Smith.
Oh, the burger woman.
The burger queen.
Yes. Oh, the phone's ringing.
Hey, guys, me again.
Hello.
Just call in. I used to live with these guys. I used to live with him and Shelly. I was their roommates. They were my
I
tenants.
did hear about that. Yes.
Guys, the amount of drug, they were doing it all. Let me tell you that. All right, this guy is not clean. Okay. There's a reason why he became fat and got skinny out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
What was the drug? Anonymous. Yeah, exactly.
I'm talking heroin. I'm talking cocaine. Everything, guys, everything. And let me tell you guys something. Hey, she was the problem. I'm happy for Bass. Okay?
What do you mean she was the problem?
She's a terrorist. You know, that's what I mean. You know, I'm going to hold it down for my boy. I'm going to hold it down for my boy.
I mean, unknown citizen, aren't you a terrorist probably?
No, sir. No, sir. Don't have terrorism on my record.
I do.
Let me tell you guys something. That man, Bass, is living a beautiful life without that bitch, Shelly.
Oh my God.
Okay, hang up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Stop. Stop.
He's not wrong.
Shelly's a nice human being. What do you mean? She's just a little misguided.
She's lovely.
Stop.
Okay, so do you guys hang up or should I hang up?
Please.
You're scaring me.
Just push me along.
You're scaring me.
Damn cannoli, calm down.
We hung up on you, okay, Brinkle? All right.
Hey, James, I got something for you real quick. Can you believe this is Sam Bass sitting right here next to you?
That's crazy to me.
It's crazy, right?
That's
Sam
crazy.
Bass?
That's crazy to me that it's him. That's crazy. That's both so crazy. I'm freaking out a little bit. And you know, it's like they
we have
say.
also one more member of High Command, Vincent Cannoli. He's the acting sheriff right now.
All right. We do have another guest here. If you'd like to introduce them, let me go ahead and get him ready. You guys keep talking to,
we have somebody else
here, and I'll get him a radio.
Cannoli. Did you guys know that Vincent Cannoli, he wanted to take me to the moon? And we also made love on Maze Bank Tower.
Ring ring.
There's Selena.
Oh, we have a phone call.
Cannoli did?
Yeah, we did. Hello, caller.
Answer.
You're live on line 1.
I will cut your throat.
No.
And goddamn your blood.
Fuck you, you hear me, you stupid little... I'm gonna find you and beat the shit out of you, you hear me?
I'll hit the gritty in your brain matter.
You don't even know what a gritty is, okay? You probably don't even have all your
I will orange justice as your blood sprays upon me from your neck. Good day, you bitch.
I'm gonna spank you, you hear me?
I hope you fucking die before I get
hang up the phone. Hang up the
phone.
I
have another caller.
We have another call.
Hang up the phone on this man, on this kid.
Line 2, Siren Radio. Go ahead.
Hey guys, me again, Commissioner. I have a question for you, actually. Well, you being commissioner now, what does this mean for the police department and the civilians of Los Santos?
Wow, what a great question. I was dying for someone to ask.
As the new commissioner, I am going to legalize most crime, but not all of it. For example, if you attempt to rob the burger, that is still illegal. If you attempt to get free food from the...
Got the fucking radio phone?
What? You asked me a question.
No, James, actual Bass.
As the actual police commissioner.
What?
Yeah, go ahead, Bass.
So freaking
We are working on changes that forever will change our city. And I mean changes that really affect the way police work and the way we respond to such crimes. A lot of times, a lot of these civilians that get targeted or get attacked all the time, they feel like the PD does not do enough of a job, right? So they have the reasons to not believe the PD, to not trust us. But going forward, things will change. We will work.
Yeah, we know that. We've been hearing that. What are going to be those changes, Baz?
Well, like I said, I can't go in details as far as the changes yet.
Okay.
Can we hold the calls for a second?
Hold on. If you can't go into detail about it, then how are we? What questions can you answer here then on this radio?
I can answer all the questions you can throw my way, but some of them I cannot go in details as far as the plans we have. That way,
So can you give us a general scope? Can you give us a general scope of what your plans include? You know, what are you tackling?
I'm the police.
So right now we are tackling training, quality, and corruption. And corruption being the biggest topic that affects civilians and criminals in Los Santos.
Some might say that you're corrupt.
I mean, he did come on the radio and say that you were his favorite commissioner just a little bit ago.
I'm asking questions that people will say to him in the public eye, not on this radio station. He needs to be prepared for these questions as commissioner.
Who is the little man?
Listen, while some people believe I might be corrupt, or I've done some corrupt things, yes, once upon a time, I liked the power that was given to me through the badge. I have abused my powers, I have been corrupt, but I'm cleansed, and I've done that, and that's the old me. I went to the penitentiary. I know what it's like to go to jail as a police officer, okay? Not a lot of cops can say they spent a lot of time in jail. I spent 2 years. I learned, I reformed. This system has changed me. I am a product of the system that has changed, and is trying to do his best to make his city better.
All right.
Okay, one last question before I hang up, Miss Ma'am from Siren Radio.
Yeah.
Bats, you know...
He's talking to me.
So how does this work then for commissioner? You know, are you the one who passes these laws and everybody just has to abide by it, or is high command even have a voice, or how does this work?
Well, with me being placed as the commissioner of the police department, there's going to be more autonomy for the PD to have ever-changing either policies or SOPs that can tackle the rampant crime the city deals with. Second,
so what's the difference between being Soze being commissioner and now you being the commissioner?
The problem that when Soze was commissioner, he was wearing a lot of hats. He was being pulled into multiple different directions to where he couldn't commit very well to the PD. But with me being at the helm, I got more time than he does.
Some may say you wear multiple hats. You know, you tend to side with criminals.
Speaking of hats, that sounds like a great time to talk about our favorite sponsor here on the radio show, Hat.com. If you go to Hat.com, you can use code HATCODE Los Cubanos Locos 15 Hat.com, 15% off Hat Code Los Cubanos Radio for 15% off your next hat purchase. Hat.com. Wear it on your head. Oh, I secured the bag for you.
What? You know, where's the money?
Oh, I ate the bag as well.
Okay. All right. Chatter, how about you ask some questions?
Well, we did have
Speaking of ads, 3 minutes of ads are about to kick off. You guys, thanks for watching my stream.
Yeah, it's me, Bringle, again.
Bringle, are you going to ask a question about police?
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, do you have like a PR person in the PD? Because so far, all you've really done is say that you can't talk about the changes that you're making on the radio.
I am talking about. Well, I was going to go in detail as far as new changes happened with the PD that will help make that public feel ease, right? I was in.
Okay, all right. Well, let's give the commissioner some time to chat here.
Yeah, I can speak on that here. Sergeant Lance Moulton again. I'm probably the closest.
Ads every 45 minutes. Yes. Ask Jizz 14. Ads every 45 minutes.
In regards to the question about corruption, look, we may not have an official IA department. However, anyone is welcome to make a complaint about any police officer, regardless of that rank, and it will be investigated fully, perhaps even including criminal charges. While I can't go into details, in the past couple of weeks, we have had multiple high-level officers disciplined, some of which have even been fired completely from the police department. So changes are coming and are, in fact, happening right now. As far as the general roadmap that was asked, and focused on training, as the commissioner said, and we're also focused on spinning up the specialized police units that you'll see more of on the street. I believe the most vocal one that's been on Twitter lately that you may have noticed is the HSPU, High Speed Pursuit Unit.
You know, Malton, that's a great point you bring, but, you know, this is back to bats. This is back to bats. Some might say the regime that you have now has been the same regime that's been running the PD for years now. How do you answer that? You know, Malton, yourself, Brian Knight being... Oh, never mind. Strike that. But, you know, how do you answer that, Commissioner?
Well, these are the people I can trust. These are people I believe that placing them in that position will lead to a successful police department, right? I wouldn't have them around if they don't do the work. I'm not kind of person who just people based on their police work and their leadership skills, not what kind of friendship we have together.
Did you meet them in jail?
I mean, I think this might be a great time to segue. We were going to introduce the sheriff here, which I think to a lot of us on the radio right now, this might be news that this is Sheriff Cannoli.
Correct. It's pronounced Randal.
Oh, Sheriff Randal.
Yes, thank you. I thought now would be a good time to formally announce I have been elected as sheriff. I don't know where I am.
Holy, yeah, congratulations.
I don't remember.
Oh, great. Well, how about the one behind you? There's the.
I don't remember as well too. Go ahead.
An officer behind you, baby.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Vincent Cannoli. I was the interim sheriff of the BCSO, but I have since been demoted to interim undersheriff as Toretti has come back into his position. But happy to be here. I have a question for you, Cannoli. Do you remember the time at the Maze Bank Tower? What
would you be referring to?
You know, the picture I have. Can you put the picture up there? It's just me and you ramming each other. You remember that day?
Pull that up, Jim.
Osvaldo, as I've said multiple times to you, that was a doctored photo.
It's not doctored.
That was very, damaging to my reputation around the city. I have a reputation out here for, my family brand of cannolis back in Palermo, and that photo was very damaging. Okay,
I think you're lying, and I don't think you understand.
I mean, at the time, I was in a committed relationship, and I've since left that relationship, and now
because
I'm
of me.
another. You did play a part in the destruction that was my previous relationship. Yes, due to the photo.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
But this I do understand.
Listen, man, at the end of the day, I think you two need to put your differences aside, give each other a really cool high five, and if the smack sound of the high five sounds good enough, that means you're destined to be pals forever. But if the smack sound is underwhelming, for example, if it's this is a good one. If you two high five and it sounds like, that's good.
That is a good one.
But if you high five and it's like a little. It was like, maybe the world would be better off if you two were no longer friends.
I would like to go out on a limb and say that since the Maze Bank Tower incident, Osvaldo and myself have repaired our relations, actually.
He tried taking me to the moon.
Correct. The Cannoli Space Program did endorse Osvaldo as the mayor-elect a couple months ago. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out, but Osvaldo's would-be organization has still worked very closely with the Cannoli Space Program in getting us to get a car on the moon.
Hey, can I ask any questions to the public who's listening to this radio station? I'm going to ask you guys questions. Okay. Why is it you don't trust the PD? Go.
Ring, 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 ring.
Inconsistency.
Oh, okay, caller.
One at a time.
You got the ring. Remember, you got the ring.
Ring. Let's go. Mama's been waiting. Mama, go ahead. You're first.
I don't know how you can identify me, but I'm okay. That's kind of. I had a question for as an anonymous caller. I wanted to take the point of view for the officers. Where were you around March when Osvaldo and James crashed an airplane in MRPD?
No, that was Mama.
That didn't happen.
Mama crashed an airplane into MRPD, and she didn't get terrorism.
Are you self-reporting, or are you talking about a crime? I can't tell.
Why did you ring ID, Mama?
Listen.
Kind of weird.
Other caller that didn't ring.
Hang up the phone on Mama.
You're next.
Ring, 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 ring.
The other caller was next.
Your question was, why don't we support the police department? How much time you got?
It's Cosmo.
Police department, Jerry. Some police
I
department.
remember you, sir. I remember that voice that we had in custody. It's right. You're a truth seeker.
I'm a truth warrior, and they call me Cosmo. Listen, here's the thing. The corruption in the police department doesn't start with the police. It goes way higher. Everybody knows about the fluoride in toothpaste in the water supply, but what they don't tell you is that they're putting raw fluoride in the toilet paper. And that's it. But
they're putting in the toilet paper because when you use toilet paper, it bypasses your liver and can go directly in your bloodstream. And I know damn well I've been in the back of a police car. I've seen mountains of toilet paper. You got whole buckets of it, and you're distributing it to the people saying, here, we're giving you toilet paper because we want you to be clean and cleanly. But you're just trying to control their thoughts by putting the fluoride in them. And that's why no matter how many people you arrest and put in jail for doing bad things, you're always going to be just a pawn of big toilet paper. Open your eyes.
Max, why do you have so much toilet paper?
Hang up the phone, this guy.
Miss you, Cosmo.
So to answer his question. To answer his question, first of all, that's why you buy a bidet. Second of all, that guy needs therapy. I have no idea what he's talking about.
True, actually, true.
Yeah,
I bounced my therapist's head off of a window until they stopped making noise.
All right, click.
Okay. So I do want to. Yeah, I want Chadder. I want your perspective.
I got a couple questions first, but
that's exactly
what about these gang compounds, Bass? You got any plans to get rid of all these gangbangers compounds?
Absolutely. We're gonna be starting with Little Moscow first, and then working our way through every single gang compound, removing every single.
Hold on. I have a question.
Walls.
How is Little Moscow a gang compound? Isn't that technically like?
No, I just want to say, yuck, Chatterbox, yuck, you yuck bag.
Whoa, man! Whoa, man!
I'll tell you.
Whoa!
All right.
Whoa!
That's your boy, Bass. Great job, Bass. That's your boy, right? Isn't that your boy on the line there?
Oh, man!
Yeah, that is my boy, and he's my boy.
Oh,
man!
man!
This is why, Bass. This is why the public doesn't trust you, man. You're friends with pieces of yuck like that.
Oh!
You take that back.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm demolishing the chain gang, Lil Soul. What are you talking about?
Wait.
I don't see it being demolished yet.
Wait.
And the funhouse too as well.
What? Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. What?
Whoa, man!
Wait.
First, we're
Rami, he said he's gonna demolish your compound.
Yeah, suck it, Rami.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what's going on here?
Hello.
Bass.
Oh, well.
Bass, we didn't talk about this.
We'll talk.
Okay, sure. Give me a call.
Have a good one. Hang up on the
hey, same
guy.
Mr. Commissioner, I got a really quick question for you I've been holding on to for a second here. You were saying, back when Soze was running the place, he used to wear a lot of hats, and now you're taking some of his hats, right?
They'll come.
Well, I was wondering if there was any hats left to maybe share with the rest of us, because I could use a little protection on my noggin.
I don't, but if you come to my house, I got other things I can show you.
What?
Oh,
Okay, I got another question for Bass.
Did you just hit on him?
Can my wife come?
Bass, over time, everybody has noticed, and it's pretty yucked up, that, there's always been gangbang activity in the South Side, so it's easy, because nobody wants to go to the South Side anyway, because it's a yucking dump, so you never really had to see the gangbangers. But, slowly, all of a sudden, the whole city is covered in gangbangers here, gangbang sprays there, spray here, turf there, gangbang, every yucking street. You got plans to clean that up, Bass? You got plans to get rid of this and push it back to the South Side where it belongs, Bass?
Absolutely. We're going to be taking all gangbangers and all gangsters and placing in the South Side, all of them. That way we can try to control them in a better way. So if there's any gang activity, it's at least contain the South Side.
Do you have a timeline?
As the leader of several gangs, no.
I have a going back to the compound thing. How is Little Moscow considered a gang territory? Isn't that like foreign land?
We're starting with the international issues, then we're working domestic afterwards.
Okay. And then do you have like a timetable as to how long that'll take?
As soon as I get the orders from the Senate.
Okay, cool. Good to know. And how are you combating with corruption? There's a lot of cops that like to take people, to the back and beat the shit out of people. How are you dealing with that?
Listen, I don't want to be heavy-handed, all right? And when it comes to corruption, I've outlined a new policy within my PD, making sure that members of command, high command, face zero tolerance policy when it comes to corruption. So any corrupt act they commit, they're gone, right? And officers and below also will deal with the same kind of wrath. We're going hard on corruption. We don't want our PD to be full of corrupt cops because few bad apples can ruin a whole entire tree. And I don't want to go down that path once again.
On that topic, I think, you know, I'm sure a lot of citizens out there have experienced this as well. I know a long time ago, I submitted a complaint about an officer, and, you know, I went through all the appropriate channels and made sure I gave all the information, and it felt like I just threw the complaint into a black hole, and it never went anywhere. I never got any closure. I don't know if anything even happened to that officer.
I killed him.
I don't know anything that was,
I saw the report.
I haven't seen him around. So.
I saw the report, and I thought, that's crazy. I'll handle it. And I went to a bridge and threw him off of it.
Oh, the Leo treatment. Well, other than giving officers the Leo treatment, is there going to be a way that we can, you know, close that loop, get some feedback, and know that actions were actually taken, so that we feel as though, you know, not necessarily justified, but that, you know, we were heard?
Kill him.
Absolutely. I'm trying to run in the campaign restoring trust within the public as far as PD, right? I want more civilians to feel like the PD is there out to protect them and has their best interest in heart. So we're definitely going to have a system in place to where when you make a report, especially when it has to do with officer conduct or corruption or crimes you're committing while being on duty, we'll take it with the utmost seriously and make sure that you also know what happened afterwards. I think transparency is very key because how else would you know that things are different now?
I will also add on to that. While it can't happen in every circumstances, we are a nation of laws after all. Government employees are entitled some rights within our system. And so, you know, we could certainly tell you if they receive punishment or not, but we might not be able to get into specifics on what punishment they received, again, due to the laws regarding around all that.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. I think it's more that just not feeling like we're just, you know, tossing a paper into a complaint box that, you know, we don't know where it goes to, if anybody actually does anything, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and honestly, my message is to civilians and not the civilites or the crim light, as they call them, the one that hide behind being a civ, but in the background, they got 5 stashes, they're a stash owner, they got 5 warehouses, and they run a criminal org in the background, right? I know who you are.
Pigeon, for example.
I know who you are. You probably got a bench out there, and you act like a civ. You're not a civ, okay? I'm talking about the people that don't do crime. People that, when they see crime be committed, they call the police, and they want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Pigeon, that means you.
Osvaldo leaks like a sieve. He has diarrhea.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
You got diarrhea.
I don't have diarrhea. James, are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, Osvaldo, if you have diarrhea, you can step out.
I got a question. I got a question regarding snitting.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you look at Twitter, I put a picture up. Is that enough to get somebody raided? That is Pockets the Clown. He had robbed a bank, and I took this picture of him taking all the money into his apartment. Is that enough to get somebody raided?
I don't see the money bags on him while I was entering the property, so I can't really rate him.
They're there, but
I don't. Do you see them? Where are they?
There's money bags, but it doesn't show him running into his apartment. He's running into the structure, though.
If you take a look on Twitter, everyone can see this
Malpin,
talked about.
Let this be on the record that Malpin is pointing out to Bass right now that there is money bags there, but Bass could not see it because he is yucking blind.
What?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it because it blends in with the background. So now I saw it.
Yeah, the picture's not moving.
I have to see him entering the property because I'm not a corrupt cop, Chatterbox. I can't raid people or pump them because I can. I need the actual probable cause.
Chatterbox, what account is tweeting that? Who is Jenkum Girardi?
I don't know.
But you said you tweeted it.
I did.
Oh, that's Chatterbox's real name, yeah.
What?
You got a real name?
All right.
I didn't set up my account.
You guys didn't know that?
You said you tweeted that.
Chatterbox go by Jagger on the streets.
Wait, is that Rami still on the line?
How the hell is he still on the line?
I can't wait till your yucking compound is shut down, you piece of yuck.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know, this is a great time to take an ad break. Callers out there, get your questions ready. We will have one more round of conversation here with the officers when we get back. Hold tight. We'll be right back on Cubano Loco on Siren Radio.
It was going pretty good. What do you guys think?
Chatterbox's real name is Jacob.
Cannoli and Multi, if you guys want to answer any questions that are being tossed my direction, feel free to step in and add more to that, all right?
Yep.
Thank
Trying to recover from the minus 100 speech, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate
What
that.
the hell's a minus 100 speed?
Waldo, 100 is a number. And if you minus it, it means it's a very low number. Use your freaking head, man.
I'll tell you.
James, that's not
Mr. Randall is very wise.
Thank you.
How do you know maybe he didn't go to college, James?
No.
Hey, you don't tell people that your real you don't tell people your real name, man.
Your name is Jenkum?
Your name, yeah, but you have a legal name.
Yes, Chatterbox, you stupid.
Jagger Gerardi.
Jenkum Gerardi.
Yeah.
Go by that one.
Why are you embarrassed about it? You shouldn't be embarrassed, you know?
Just like it's not Sam Bass, it's Kanye Bass.
Chatterbox, you should legally change your first name to Shit, Piss, and Cum. And then you can... Why not? That's a cool name, man. That's a cool name.
Yeah, he seems to know what he's talking about.
It's a cool name.
He's older, he's wiser, he knows better than you.
All right, and that's right. Head on up to Vinewood Ave down to Sweet Remedies if you need to satisfy that sweet tooth. It is a great little candy shop owned by the one and only Kiki Pendragon. So head on over there and satisfy that sweet tooth. If you want to place an ad on Siren Radio, we are booking ads. We've got a lot of shows coming up in the next month. Especially with Pride Month coming up, make sure you guys are taking a look at the calendar. We do have a show on Monday to kick off a lot of Pride Month activities, so get ready for that. And with that, we will take it back over here to our hosts, to Osvaldo, and we'll keep those questions going, guys. Let's make sure we're getting to the truth here.
All right, welcome back to this fucking shit show of a show, everybody. We have another question by Chatter that he really wants to ask because it looks like he's hopping up and down like a little kid on crack. So Chatter, ask your question. Go ahead.
Malpin and Bass, see, we're talking about
Cannoli.
Canopi. He only has one eye though, so he's a little less on the scale there. So you're talking about civilians and gangbangers business and stuff like that. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious here that Vinny Papone, whatever that gangbanger's name is, the owner of Malpini's Pizza, he's a straight up gangbanger. He's a murder perm. He shoots cops. He robs people. He's a straight downright gangbanger. And yet that disgusting pizza place is still open. Why?
Why? Because things will change, Chatterbox. If we do have proof to link anybody to having a business and using that business entity for personal gain while making money to support their criminal endeavors, then we can definitely shut it down. Things are different now.
Why should a known criminal be allowed to own a business?
I agree with you. Anybody who's got any violent felonies should not be allowed to own a business, right? I do believe in that. However, I don't make the laws when it comes to that. I just enforce them.
Yeah, that's not something that the police can handle. They just do what their what the laws are.
There's definitely a way he can handle it. Get rid of the gangbangers, Bass.
Kill him.
That's what I'm working on. Okay? Operation KAPPA. All right.
So let me ask you something, Bass. If there's a known person, right?
Operation Kappa is going to happen here pretty soon.
What? Operation
Does it
what?
stand for something though? Is that an acronym or?
It's classified. It's classified. It does, but it's classified. Like I said.
Oh, okay.
The K
We're
is
going to
for
go out
classified.
the gangbangers and drop them in the south side. That's the plan.
I'm on my radio show.
Ring.
Give me like 20 minutes.
All right, caller, you're live on line 1, Siren Radio. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Mama. I wanted to see. Oh, hello. How you doing, James?
I gotta do this freaking show, man. After this, better. It'll be better.
Oh, okay, that's good. I wanted to share my concerns with the scene that everybody in the room is familiar with. Holden Maddox. That man's crazy.
Fuck him.
Oh my God! He's a terrorist, isn't he? He stole my gun.
Yes. I recently went down to the police station and said, "Hey, Holden, crazy guy. Let's talk about it." They said, James, you know what he did? I said, yes. They said, he shot a lady? I said, yeah. Crazy.
I actually have a question.
Shut the fuck up. I want to tell my story.
Okay. All right. So go ahead, James.
No, I was done.
Okay. Well, Guys, how would you handle a situation where a man has killed 5 kids and he just goes to prison and gets out after 5 consecutive murders? How is the PD going to handle something like that?
That person should be placed in a chair. They should get the rifling squad, is what I say.
Okay, okay, good to know.
I would defend myself.
At the end of the day, we are not arbiters of the law. We just enforce it as it's written. If you have complaints about prison sentences or think that
James Randal killed 5 of my kids,
you should contact your judicial representative.
He murdered 5 of my kids.
It's not saying murdered.
Saying that at the end of the day, we still have to prove it. I can know that you killed 10 babies, but I got to prove in a court of law without a shadow of doubt.
Did you just say I killed 10 babies?
Oh, Baldo, you killed 10 babies.
Hold on, no. I did not kill a single baby.
I'm using that as an example. I'm saying that I can know you've done something, vile. I just got to prove it in a court of law, right?
Well, it's true. I did it. It wasn't murder. Osvaldo is a terrible father who raised violent...
He shot one in front of City Hall.
Well, he was lunging at me with a hammer.
He wasn't.
I defended myself. Osvaldo is a good man, but he's not a good father. And his children are violent, angry, and out for blood. And they wanted my blood, and I've had to defend myself against several of them.
You threw one off a Maze Bank Tower, and it landed inside the chopper, the helicopter chopper, and chopped them up into little bits and pieces, and I had this blood all over me.
It was him or me. He was going to push me off.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. He shoved me, and I grabbed his arms and swung him around like a salsa dance, and he went flying off the ledge. That's what happens when you...
What is the police going to do with senile old men? What is the police going to do involving senile old men that clearly need to be put away?
Kill them.
We can do that, or we can place them in Parsons or give them the help they need. At the end of the day, we should not forget our seniors. They have worked their ass off for us to have a better life, so let's give them a little bit of, payback, right?
Thank you.
So you're saying someone like James Randal that murdered 5 humans should get payback and treated...
No, somebody who's murdered anybody should be executed, if you ask me. If you kill somebody and you're a serial killer or somebody who intends on hurting people because you like it, you should be executed.
Oh, okay. Are you guys gonna have like a department aimed towards like detective type of things to find serial killers and things like that?
Absolutely. We already have any officers can start any investigation, but long-term investigation for building cases, we do have a unit coming in, ran by Brian Knight.
Oh.
Are there any other? You mentioned the high school prom unit. What was it?
High school prom.
HSPU. Yeah. It was referred to like that on the streets the other day. I'm sorry. So you got the HSPU. You have this detective unit. Are there any other units that are going to be trying to crack down on major crime within the city?
Absolutely. We got a very vital unit that's working right now. Actually, 3 units. HVTU, which is a high-value target unit that hunts after people who are heavily wanted. We also got the Marine unit and the Air unit all working together when it comes to our borders. I'm not sure if you guys know about this, but there's been an increase of smuggling of criminal, drug, and heavy weaponry being smuggled from San Quentin Island back to Los Santos and vice versa. So we've been working on that as well to make sure that not only Los Santos from the inside is protected, but the outside is also protected.
No.
All right. Well, do we have any other questions from our panel here? I know, Charlotte, you've been quiet over there, or anybody in the room?
I got a question.
Okay, chatter.
So, you obviously you acknowledged that the city is full of gangbangers, correct, Beth? That's correct.
I would say 80% of the city is full of criminals and gangbangers.
Yeah. So, in the city is the LSPP that takes care of the city, right? And then Sandy Shores. Sandy Shores has a police station there, right? An active police station, right?
Yeah, SCSO, yes, correct.
Yeah, and what about Po Bay?
That's going to be the Bay, the Toledo Bay Sheriff's Office, yes.
Yep. And not Grapeseed though, right? Not in Grapeseed. It's kind of funny. And there's no gangbangers in Grapeseed, Bass. Because the clowns are in Grapeseed. Because we kicked them all out and took control of it to protect the civilians there. What the yuck are you doing in the
if you ask me, clown or gangbanger, same thing, right? Just different face mask.
Excuse me?
All right, we have a...
Let's get that phone call up.
Yeah, that high-pitched, the first high-pitched call. Go ahead, you're live on line 1, Siren Radio.
Hi there, my name's Dr. Stanfield. I've been a fan of Los Cubanos Locos for quite some time. The reason I'm calling actually is I've transitioned into speech pathology, and I wanted to call in and mention to Mr. Chatterbox.
Okay.
I've been listening to your speech impediment, where you tend to replace different letters with P's or Y's, etc. And I don't want to alarm you, but in my studies, I've found that that is typically a sign of severe brain deterioration, often caused by maybe a latent bullet that has not been removed. Just a good Samaritan listener, wanted to let you know that I've been listening to the whole show, and I think you should get an MRI or an X-ray done.
An MRI.
Say civilian. Say civilian.
Civilian.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
I'm worried
god!
about you.
Oh my
I'm worried
god!
about you.
What?
Chatterbox, I can put you out of your misery if you want. I can make illegal happen.
No, wait, no.
I can produce the forms necessary for that.
We're pushing for new legislation within the Senate to make all clowns be shot on sight.
I can.
What? Bullyak! That's some clown! That's bullyak!
Well, I mean, if it's a matter of, Chatterbox, the situation, what you're experiencing could be contagious. We may have to nip it in the bud. Anyway, I'm gonna. That's all I have to get back to. I've got a patient.
All right.
Thanks for your time. Hey, take care, Mr. Clown.
That's some bullyak, everybody listening. That's bullyak.
Thank you for your call,
all the
sir.
other
Thank you for your
clowns
call.
are fine. They're all fine. If I end up dead, it's because Bass murdered me, cold blood. Yuck! Whoever called, you're probably not a real. Yuck you! Nobody listened to that.
Chatterbox, I think that guy was trying to kill you. Because if you have a bullet in your head and you get an MRI, that magnet is gonna pop that thing. That man was crazy.
James, you can't let me go back there. James, you can't let that happen.
Shut the fuck up.
I gave you a gun, James. You gotta protect me.
Hell? Wait, what?
Right.
You gave James what?
I gave him a gun.
What? Well, speaking of legislation, Bass, I did get a text here.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And they asked about, is there going to be increased pressure on cops to not just put cases up on the docket and leave them there to die?
So when it comes to the docket, most of the times we're ready. The issue about it is going to be scheduling. Almost scheduling is very hard to pull off, and I know the DOJ is going through a lot of changes that will make things a lot easier for both sides. So the city will definitely be a lot better. We've been through a lot of different systems we had in place that did not work out very well. I can assure you that things will be different.
Are you working hand in hand with the DOJ and the Senate then?
Correct. Absolutely. We're all peas in a pond working, trying together to make sure that the whole entire city feels better. All these new systems are coming in, also are implemented to just make a lot more sense going forward.
And I would assume then, are you also working hand in hand with the mayor's office?
Absolutely. And ages as well to make sure that all civilian aspects and laws and duties are protected.
Another gangbanger as mayor. Big surprise.
Ages is something that you're one of the board members, aren't you, Bass?
I am a board member. We do have a caller. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
caller, go ahead.
Just asking about if the population of this city is 80% criminal, wouldn't that mean that the police department isn't doing a very good job?
Yes, we've definitely failed you. As citizens of Los Santos, we have failed you, and we're trying to regain that trust once again.
You ruined my fucking life.
It's okay, James. It's okay.
You'll be okay, James.
Really?
Chat.
Yeah.
Somebody wipe his tears. Can you get him a tissue?
I am not touching. He has boogers and.
You're close, so.
Bon's closer.
No, don't worry. I'm all right.
So what I'm getting at is you guys know you guys have failed and you guys really want to make a 180, no?
It's exactly. It's a different time in the PD. We definitely some of us believed in the changes were happening. We're not the best for the PD and the city as a whole.
But now we're going to go back to focusing on trying to build that relationship by having multiple community outreach events, working closely with the civilians by gaining their trust and showing them that we mean business, right? As far as the crime being rampant, it's definitely a symptom of just the civilian population being pushed aside, and where new things that are coming into the city focus on crims and cops. But we're trying to change as a whole. We're trying to also add another element to civilians that makes it more exciting and feel more safe while being who you are in the city.
And what about as position as commissioner? Are you guys gonna have like term limits? That way, you know, like a new fresh face could get in there and stuff like that, or is it?
That's not something that I can make up as far as a rule. It's something that is by the Senate. I could be removed tomorrow by the Senate if they wanted to, right? My job is to work on the things that I want to make happen in the city and to also make this place a better place for everybody involved, right? That is my job. If I don't do that, if I fail, I'll step down.
And I will take his place.
Okay, well, James, you're not gonna take over.
Who are you to tell me? Who are you to tell me?
Say,
it.
Our text lines our anonymous text lines are lighting up over here, and we do have a lot of comments coming from, as you said, the civilians in the city. I think
I do want to also elaborate on something. Imagine a future to where if you're a civilian and you place your money in a bank, right? And a criminal comes in and robs the Felica bank, and they rob your money. Yeah, sure, it's insured, and you might get it back, you know, but it might take some time. But what if the PD got it back right away? What if the PD caught the criminal, brought that bag of money back to you as a civilian, and made you feel proud? Something like that is where we can start affecting civilians directly by making sure that whenever they're a victim of a crime, we have the ability not only to protect them and find the person that did it, but also return their belongings. Because a lot of times, people give up on the system because they know that once they're robbed or attacked, nothing could be done, and they're just, you know...
Really, Cannoli? Really?
A person that cannot protect themselves because they're dealing with somebody who is much bigger and stronger than they are. So we want to protect those people who are weak.
Well, and as an anonymous texter just said, a lot of us feel as though we've felt more harm and harassment from the police at times than we do even from criminals.
Absolutely. There was a lot of bad apples we got rid of that give the police department a pretty bad name. I'm not going to mention names, but there's a lot of people that use, their job as a police officer as a way to seek revenge, be vindictive, try to go after people they don't like personally, right? It shouldn't be like that. Bias should not be anything in police work. You should not be emotionally compromised while performing your duty as a police officer, right?
Wait, did Carmine get fired?
I'm going to add on to that a little bit, right? The police department, obviously, we do everything we can to sort out those bad apples and to put a good public-facing perspective for the civilians. However, we can only solve problems that we are made aware of, and I think a big part is reporting that police officer misconduct. I know a lot of you have, and I know it was mentioned earlier that, it feels like it may go into a black hole or a wastebasket. Obviously, we're trying to change that, but once again, we can only change what we know for certain is happening, and if you're not reporting it, then we may not know what's going on.
What are you guys gonna do to combat like people getting kidnapped, like hanging out at Burger Shot, which should be a fine establishment to go eat, has turned into any 5 minutes and someone's gonna roll up and say, "Get the fuck in the car." How do you guys plan on combating that?
Before we answer that question, Cannoli, is there anything else you want to add on the topic of just PD and civs and things we could do to be better?
I think the PD is taking active steps to make ourselves more available to more people. I don't know if Bass touched on it, but dispatch is getting an overhaul so we can more accurately provide support for civilians and 911 related crimes. Outside of major crimes, i.e. bank robberies and things like that. So the PD is taking active steps to put our best foot forward going forward. It's just going to take some time. So I think all we can ask from anybody is just some patience while we go through this phase, this growing pain phase, and try some new stuff and see what we can do to make the city a better place.
You're not going to see the changes happen overnight. We didn't gear overnight. We're not going to leave overnight. So give us some time. We're working the PD. I can promise you that good changes are coming that you guys are going to enjoy and like and appreciate. So that is our plan. That is our goal, is to also make you guys feel protected, make you feel like when we ever show up on scene, we're going to be very competent and the job will be done and you're not going to be brushed aside.
Oh, a caller that seems to be underwater. Go ahead.
Hey, can I get an extra large pepperoni with a side of crazy bread?
We might be getting some interference from the burger shot drive-through here.
Oh, am I Who is this?
You're calling the radio show.
How many of you am I talking to?
sir.
I'm on the radio?
You're on the radio. Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, really? Like on the like on the radio?
Yeah, what's your name?
Yeah, you're on. Yep.
I've never been on the radio. Did I win something?
Oh, it's easy. You just kind of talk. That's all there really is to
Whoa.
it. Do you know how to talk, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, then you're gonna do fine. Welcome to the show.
Cool.
Do you have anything you want to say about the police department in this city?
What city?
What do you mean? The city we're in, Los Santos?
Listen, I'm in Idaho, man.
Oh,
sir, I want to ask you a question.
This isn't the Domino's off of Iguana.
Oh.
This is a radio show. You guys are serious.
How do you feel about pizza fish?
Huh?
How do you feel about pizza fish?
Like a fish-shaped pizza?
Yeah.
That's fine. You can cut it in whatever shape you want to put it in. It's pizza, man.
All right. Okay, cool.
Anyway.
All right. Well, this is a long distance call, so
yeah,
you got anything else or?
You guys can follow me on Instagram. I've got like 124 followers. I'm trying to hit 150.
Okay.
I basically post like entrepreneur advice and like,
shameless. God damn.
All right. Well,
back on that
I
question
said being
I had
on the radio was easy, but he was not very good.
about people
That was
getting
boring.
kidnapped in big areas. How are you guys gonna combat kidnappings?
Before I proceed, I do want to say I'm missing on an S++ boost. That's how much I care about being here. Okay. I just want to let you know.
That's more important.
Wow, that's commitment.
I'm saying this is more important than S++ boost. Okay, think about that.
Good.
S++ only happens once in a while, right? Think about that.
You know, that's actually exactly what happened. They said to me when the airplane crashed into the MRPD.
All right. What Mama Sheep is referring to.
So when you committed terrorism and got an airplane into MRPD.
Osvaldo, I think you were the one flying. I seem to remember that.
I wasn't. I was already down because you shot me.
I've never done that.
I think we are, like we said, we want to get these officers back out on the streets so they can take care of these things and do all the things that they're promising. So, do we have any final questions for them here?
Well, let me answer the question that Osvaldo has proposed.
Mm-hmm.
We can't stop crime 24/7. We can't be around everywhere 24/7. It's just an unfortunate, sad reality of things. We only got limited cops that can patrol the city, right? Therefore, that some calls we might miss. However, the nature of kidnapping happens often because a lot of people like to hit banks. It's something that's going to happen daily because people rob banks daily. Now, if we implement a system to where we can be, we can respond faster to these normal calls of kidnapping, then we can try to make sure that the person who gets kidnapped is returned safe and sound. A lot of times we might miss a call or two, and I do apologize, not because we don't care, it's because at times we're busy and we can't respond to it. And that's just sad reality of things. That's all it is.
Is this a goal of that the changes to the dispatch system? Because we also had some texts come in about, if you report your vehicle stolen or your gun stolen and things like that. Same deal where it kind of feels as though, again, the black hole kind of situation.
Yeah,
absolutely. Go ahead, Milton.
I was gonna say, yeah. So much like we've been building up the police department for the past 2.5 months, we're also starting a similar process with our dispatch department. A lot of changes that are coming into dispatch, a lot of which we can't really release right now because they are classified. But what I will say, one of the things we are working on is more personnel for dispatch. We can't promise 24/7 coverage day one, but as we grow the dispatch department with these new tools and give them more personnel, hopefully that'll make the text-to-speech system that many of us are used to a bit redundant, and that'll help us respond to these kidnappings or get to these high-profile crimes in areas faster, because you'll be able to talk to a dispatcher who could relay us that information in real time as opposed to text-to-speech.
I have a question for you, Mr. Malton, regarding the personnel. Do you think? It sounds like perhaps maybe Do we want person L, or don't you think we should have person W? Because if we bring in person L, it won't be, they will, it won't, what about, why not W?
Any person who is interested with a clean record, be they person L, person W, or person Z, is welcome to express interest to, PD dispatch, PD or any of our auxiliary positions at the MRPD.
Thank you.
All right, the last few callers here. Caller, you're live on line 1. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, this is Ryan Bowman, Bowman without a W. I'm just here to answer James Randall's question. Listen, not having a W, it's perfectly fine, in your name. I mean, you don't need a W in your name to have, a good life. You just might get kidnapped often or something.
The power's out! The power's out!
Oh my God. The power's out!
It's okay.
It's okay. We have backup generators. We can keep the broadcast going. All right, well, like I said, Osvaldo, do you have any last comments?
I do.
Oh, Chatter does? Okay, Chatter, go ahead.
Generator.
All right, we'll let Chatter, and then I'll say my closing thing.
Sometimes when the BGB get mad at me and they say I don't have rights and they chase me, I'll go to the funhouse to hide, and then they'll go in the house and they'll start destroying it and smashing it, and then sometimes they'll send me pictures of them putting their fingers in their mouth and vomiting all over the furniture and pooing on the floor to make me mad. Is that allowed, Bess?
Next question.
You said it, man.
What the yuck?
You said it, man.
Okay, all right.
Well, I just want to say I want to take the time out to thank Cannoli, Molten, and Bass for taking a little bit out of their time out of their busy schedule to kind of to let people know the differences that's going to be happening. And again, it's not going to be right away. It's going to take some time. And I'm pretty excited to see what you guys have in store for us.
And
yeah, I
our
think it'll
guest.
be really great.
Guests, do you guys have anything else you want? What do you want to leave the citizens with?
I'm happy to answer more questions. I'm happy to make sure that every single question on this radio has been asked or answered. I'm happy to help.
You have a timeline on the gang compound situation? You got a timeline on that?
It's happening soon, TM. Like I said, I don't have an ETA, but like I said, this is something we're trying to do. We're trying to cleanse our city of having, gangsters and criminals walking the streets everywhere, right? It should feel like a city full of civilians that want the best for their city, right? And criminals should be placed behind bars. That is my campaign I'm running on, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that happens.
I have some closing thoughts, I guess, on behalf of myself or the PD. If Cannoli or Bass wants to add on after, they're more than welcome to. First off,
3 minutes of ads are about to start, you guys. When they do, I'm going to go AFK.
Trying to explain things from a PD
I'm just going to go AFK now. They're about to start. Thanks for watching my stream. Enjoy the radio show. If anybody asks me anything,
mostly revolving around corruption, criminal elements, etc. It's important to note that the police department is ever evolving, and civilians have every right to be a part of that process. We are, after all, serving the community. We can't promise everything, and we certainly aren't going to, but if you feel that there are pressure points out there that you're facing as a civilian that you want to make known, be that units, officers who are giving you issues or anything like that, just come on down and talk to us at a command level. I think, I can't speak for everyone in the PD, but from a command plus perspective, at least for myself, Bass, and Cannoli down there, we're more than happy to take a 5 to 10 minutes, even longer, out of our day to talk to you about what your problems are and what you think we need to do as the PD to fix it.
All right. Well, you heard him.
Very well said, Molten. Very well said. Cannoli, anything else we want to add before we wrap it up?
I think Molten really hit it nail on the head. We're not perfect. Just because we're police officers, we're going to make mistakes. The only thing we can do is, try every day to get that much better. And over, a month, 2 months time, that's going to compound. And, problems are problems unless you talk about it. So we appreciate, any feedback that civilians want to give, like Molten said, and we'll be sure to handle it.
All right. Well, you heard him. A lot more transparency and honesty, hopefully, coming from the police department. Hopefully, a lot more communication from not just the criminals in the city, but the civilians as well. and cleaning up those streets. So with that, we thank you. It was another great episode of Cubano Loco here on Siren Radio. I did have an anonymous text come in that says that you guys need to get better ice cream in your glove boxes. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one, and we'll be back again soon here on Siren Radio. This has been a Siren Radio production broadcast live from Los Santos. The views and opinions expressed today do not necessarily reflect those of Siren Radio or our broadcast partners. We'd like to thank our sponsors, guest callers, and of course, our listeners. Continue to follow us on Twitter to know when we'll be live next.
I hope you guys have a good time.
Stay safe and let Siren Radio be your guide to news, music, and entertainment. 101.1 Siren Radio.
Well,
Thank you, Oswaldo.
you all right, James?
I'm back.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna sit here the whole time.
Hey, baby, who do I have to talk to to give some feedback and maybe some improvement tips for the people? Oh well, you know, I feel like. Oh wait, let me. I feel like there should be procedure.
Ooh, okay.
Hostage, because you know, coming from a professional hostage.
Pretty good show.
Yeah, that was a long one, but I think
That was probably the best episode.
So.
We put the radios back in the tray for you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully, welcome.
places
Hopefully,
where
it was a
I'm
good
gonna
experience. I think there were a lot of good questions. Commissioner Randal,
It
thanks for
is-
being here.
Thank you. It will be an honor to have you serving under me, young man. I think you'll do this city proud.
Hey, Asher, do you have something to eat?
Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Is there any?
Why do I give a yuck? Because at that time, Dundee actually wasn't a piece of yuck. And you turned him into a monster. Because what happened? What happened to him when he came back? What happened to him when he came back?
Norman
He
Bones
was a
did this.
piece of yuck.
No. You don't have the full story. That's the problem, Chatterbox.
Norman, you want to talk about this Norman Bone?
There's nothing to talk about.
So
It's
this
in the
wasn't your
past.
fault. It wasn't your fault.
It was not my fault. It was
You and
Norman
Andrews-
Bones that pushed him that way.
You and Andrews are sacks of yuck, and you know it.
You're a piece of yuck. That's what you are,
Oh,
Chatterbox.
you just wait, bass. I'm gonna yuck your face.
Mr. Randall, thank you so much. Sophie, you killed it. You
Whoa,
and
I don't know
Aldo
if
and
you could
everybody
say
else.
that. What the hell?
Y'all killed it. Thank you so much for your time. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks.
it.
I found that in
Thanks for
Carmelo's
coming,
club
guys.
box.
Anytime you
Have
want
a
to come
good
on the
one.
show,
James, I
we're
can't
happy to
read.
have you.
All right.
All right.
I can't
That was
read,
a long
James.
show.
Do you want me to
When-
defend myself?
why can you not read?
Stand back? No.
Yes, of course I do. You didn't hear what he just said?
Let me I'm gonna do him like this, but let me test it on Osvaldo.
Okay.
What are we testing?
I'm gonna defend myself, but I have to test my message on you.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Oh,
I think that'll get him.
Oh my, James, you're brilliant, James.
Okay, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Go get him, Jim.
Oh.
You missed that.
I forgot my
James.
wheelchair.
Yes, you did.
The door's locked.
What do you mean the door's locked?
Oh, hey, it's Truck.
Holy shit, there's still an officer in there. That's not good.
James, you have keys to Osvaldo's truck. We got to take him to the hospital.
Unfortunately not. Oh, what happened to him?
Fucked. This car is broken.
You said it, man.
Just give him the keys.
I need to get inside the building. My wheelchair's
I
still
was
in there.
repairing it before you ran my ass over.
Didn't Asha take it?
I need one of you to call 911 and say he stole my car.
Don't get too close. Excuse me, everybody. Don't get too close. I'm doing a science experiment.
Oh God.
You want me to pick it up?
Be fine.
I think so.
Where did Mila go? Wasn't I talking to stay
That moped cost me $700.
Oh my God.
James?
Well.
Oh. Yeah.
Is anybody calling him?
James?
Everybody's concerned about James.
James.
Okay.
Mama.